Hey there. In this instructional video, we're going to go over the FentAssure Instant Fentanyl Residue Test. The FentAssure test and kit are useful because they provide you with a reliable result for fentanyl residue contamination in as little as just 5 minutes. But before we go over the sample collection and extraction process and the test itself, let's go ahead and post up our sample templates in the 4 different areas to be tested. For posting up your sample templates in the 4 areas to be tested, you'll want to label your templates. Here you can see I'm labeling these templates bath, and since we're testing 4 areas for 1 average result, I am numbering the templates, and you can also put the date. As you can see, I put the 30th of October. Go ahead and use the stickers provided. You can put 1 sticker at the top of the template and 1 sticker at the bottom of the template to attach it to the surface. Repeat this process for all 4 sample templates. That way we can prepare to test all 4 areas. Now throw on your nitrile gloves and let's get going with the sample collection and extraction process. Go ahead and place all test components on the supplied wax paper. Open the fentanyl extraction buffer bottle and put the open bottle aside while being careful not to spill the liquid buffer. Go ahead and place the cap adjacent to the buffer bottle on the wax paper. Now we are going to remove a gauze wipe from its packaging, and we're also going to use the pipette, which looks similar to a mini turkey baster, to draw up the fentanyl extraction buffer and transfer it onto the gauze wipe. So to do that, draw up the fentanyl extraction buffer to the top of the pipette, and once you have the buffer in the pipette, be sure to hold the pipette tip slightly up so that the buffer does not drip out. Now, with your gauze wipe in hand, go ahead and fold it in half and carefully add 10 drops of buffer to the folded gauze wipe, moistening the gauze wipe evenly throughout. Now we are going to go to one of our posted sample templates, and we are going to wipe within the area of the template in a tight zigzag fashion. First, we are going to do a W fashion, moving up and down, and then we are going to move the gauze wipe horizontally in a tight Z fashion. And for the last pass, we are going to turn the gauze wipe over and again move in a zigzag W fashion up and down. Now we're going to go back to our wax paper and remove the plunger from the syringe and tightly roll up the gauze wipe and insert that gauze wipe into the barrel of the syringe. So now in the syringe barrel there should be 1 gauze wipe. You're going to repeat this process for the remaining 3 wipes in their corresponding sample templates. That means you will fold the wipe in half, moisten the wipe, take the sample, and rolling up that gauze wipe and inserting that wipe in the syringe barrel. At the end of the process, you should have all 4 wipes in all 4 areas in the barrel of the syringe. Now we are going to put the plunger back into the syringe, and we are also going to pour the remaining buffer into the plastic cup. Now draw the buffer back into the syringe and expel the liquid into the plastic cup by pressing down on the plunger of the syringe. Do this again by drawing the buffer back and expelling it into the cup. And repeat this a 3rd time for a total of 3 times by pulling back on the plunger and pressing down and expelling the liquid into the plastic cup. Be careful not to spill the cup when doing this. We want to keep the sample as accurate as possible, so keep the liquid in the cup. The sample is now ready for testing. Now we are going to perform the test procedure. Remove the test cassette from the pouch and place the cassette on your wax paper. Pipette up the extracted sample to the top of the pipette, and when you do this, again, be sure to hold the pipette tip slightly up so that you do not spill the buffer. Add 4 drops, and only 4 drops, to the sample well of the test cassette. This is the circular area on the cassette. When you've done this, you'll want to set a manual timer or a timer on your smartphone for 10 minutes. Read the test result after 5 minutes has passed, but not after 10 minutes. With the test, the C is the control line and the MET or MET line is the fentanyl residue line. You have a negative sample for fentanyl residue if there is a MET line that you can see. If there's a visible MET line, then you have a negative test for fentanyl residue. On the other hand, if there is no MET line, if there's no line next to MET or MET, and there's no visible line there, then you have a positive test for fentanyl residue. The test can be considered positive because there is no visible MET line. So our sample can be considered negative. And now the test procedure is complete. When you're done, be sure to dispose of your nitrile gloves along with all related items by placing them in the bag provided and throwing that bag away. FentAssure does not require hazardous waste disposal, so you can be sure that it will be perfectly fine throwing it away in any kitchen or household garbage can. Thanks for watching this video, and happy testing.